Take AIG, all right? AIG was one of the world's largest companies that, before it crashed, it had like 180,000 employees. It was it took advantage of this weird loophole that allows financial companies to essentially choose their own regulator. So because AIG had a thrift or a savings and loan, that's basically the same thing. They chose to be regulated by the OTS, which is the Office of Thrift Supervision, which is this tiny, tiny little office in Washington that oversees basically savings and loan operations. And in the OTS, this is actually true. They had exactly one insurance expert on staff. So essentially, what the world's largest insurance company was being regulated by a government office that only had one person who really understood insurance, and even that person wouldn't have understood the part of the company that blew up, which was essentially an investment bank within the insurance company that was creating these sort of highly advanced sort of derivative operations that they just would not have been able to understand that stuff. So the government just does not place a lot of resources into keeping an eye on even the most basic things. And when you compare that to law enforcement in other areas, is how many people do we have, worrying about bank robberies in this country or drugs, right? Or, how many people are being watched because they're marijuana dealers in other states? I mean, it dwarfs the number of people who are watching for economic crimes.
Fuck.
Yeah.
One person.
Yeah.
I just love the name of it. Office of Thrift Supervision.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
I'm not even sure it exists anymore. I think it was merged into some other, because there used to be the OCC, the Officer of the Comptroller of the Currency, and I think they created a new regulator out of all that after the crash. But yeah, AIG chose its regulator, and its regulator, was totally overmatched. Couldn't understand shit. And that's one of the reasons why the company blew up. The company also blew up because it was run by insurance people who didn't understand. AIG was basically Wall Street's bookie